Today, something powerful is happening, and it was never supposed to reach you. Archangel Michael says, this is not an ordinary message. This is urgent. This is divine. This is something heaven had to send directly because what's coming cannot be stopped and it cannot be ignored. The courier is real. The warning is real. The protection is real. And the message you're about to hear, it was hidden from the world until now because you were never supposed to know this. But someone in heaven, someone who loves you, cried your name last night. You didn't hear it, but Michael did. God did. And that cry shook the veil between worlds, and that's why you're here right now, reading these words, feeling that strange pull in your chest. That's not emotion, that's your spirit responding. That's confirmation. Listen closely. Your house is being visited. Something is arriving that you didn't expect, but it has your name written in light. Not a package, not a person, but a divine delivery, a spiritual shift. And if you skip this message, if you walk away before hearing what Michael was sent to deliver, something you were meant to receive may pass by without touching you. You have 3 seconds to decide, to keep scrolling and miss the sign you've been secretly praying for, or to open your soul and hear what heaven has been begging to whisper to you. This message is not for everyone. It's for the one who's been crying silently. It's for the one who's been strong for everyone else but feels like they're falling apart inside. It's for the soul that's been sensing something is about to shift but has no idea what or when. If you're still here, it's because Archangel Michael chose you. Open this message now. Don't skip it. Don't delay. Something holy is trying to reach you before midnight. He's almost at your door. You weren't supposed to know, but heaven overruled that silence because you're worth the interruption. Today, Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this now. A secret courier is coming to your house. He's almost at your door. You weren't supposed to know. You felt something strange this morning, didn't you? Like a whisper brushing past your spirit, like someone called your name, but no one was there. That wasn't your imagination. That was heaven trying to reach you. And now you're here reading this because Archangel Michael couldn't stay silent another second. The courier is real. He's not a man in a uniform. He doesn't wear a name tag, but he carries something. Something meant only for you, something divine. And if you skip this, you may never understand why you were chosen to receive it in the first place. You think this is a coincidence, that this message just happened to appear in front of you. Michael begged for permission to break the veil tonight because time is slipping. There are people around you acting like everything is normal, but they have no idea what heaven has been arranging in secret. A delivery, yes, but not one you can see with your eyes. It's not from Amazon or the post office. This courier walks with light in his hands, and your name is written in fire across the message he carries. Someone from your bloodline, someone in heaven, requested this for you. Michael says you were never supposed to live in fear, But lately, you've been watching the clock instead of watching the stars. You've been waiting for something, and it's been waiting for you. Don't pretend like you haven't felt it. The restlessness, the feeling that something's about to change, the shadows in your room at night feeling a little heavier, the dreams that won't let you go. You were never crazy, you were being prepared. And the moment of preparation is over. This is the moment of delivery. Open your soul because something ancient and sacred is at your doorstep. He's almost there. You can still decide to open the door with trust or shut it with fear. But if you shut it, he won't knock twice. The courier comes not with paper but with energy. A shift, a revelation, something you've waited years or lifetimes to receive. Some of you reading this, the moment you opened it, your heartbeat changed. That was confirmation. Some of you are fighting tears right now. That's not emotion, that's recognition. Heaven has been trying to reach you for a long, long time, and now it's here. No more delay. Let me say it again. You were not supposed to know, but someone who loves you interceded. Someone in heaven broke protocol to make sure this message reached you. You haven't spoken their name in years, but they said yours last night, over and over, until Michael stepped in, until he whispered into the divine winds, "I'll go. I'll be the messenger." Right now, you might be wondering what this all means, but deep down, you already know. That old memory that just popped into your head, that person you lost, that dream you buried, that prayer you whispered when you were half asleep and thought no one heard. This is heaven answering it, not with words but with movement. You'll see it soon. A shift in the atmosphere of your house, an unexpected call, a strange coincidence that feels too personal to be random. That's the courier's energy. That's the divine footprint. And Michael says something even deeper. The people around you don't need to understand this. They weren't meant to. This is between you and God. You were selected, even if you've messed up, even if you've doubted, even if you've walked away before. That's why this message is so urgent, because God doesn't let go of what belongs to Him. And you've always belonged to the light, even when darkness tried to claim you. If this message is reaching your heart, then pause and subscribe. You were meant to receive this. Heaven has timed this moment. You were guided here for a reason. Don't ignore it. Do you know why heaven sends messengers and not warnings? Because warnings create fear, but messages create choice. And you still have a choice to believe that you are being prepared for a divine surprise, or to shrug this off and miss the knock that's coming. Don't do that. Don't skip it. Michael said it clearly, you always skip. That's why they asked me to come in person this time. Please don't skip. Not today. Something happened 3 nights ago. You might not remember, but heaven does. You were closer to giving up than anyone around you realized, but someone up there, someone watching, said your name like a cry. It wasn't a prayer, it was a call. And God answered it with this moment, this message right here. your phone buzzing at a strange time, a dream with a face you haven't seen in years, a bird that wouldn't stop staring through your window. These are signs, and they're building up because the courier's arrival is near. And once he leaves, the opportunity he carries won't return in the same form again. Time folds in mysterious ways when God is involved. One yes can rewrite years of delay. One moment of obedience can reroute your entire destiny. Michael says this very clearly. You don't need to chase anything. Just open, just receive, just believe that what's coming is already yours. And you can feel it now, can't you? That gentle buzz in your chest, that slight heat in your palms. That's not anxiety, that's spiritual readiness. That's the presence of the messenger moving closer. And when he arrives, when he arrives, things in your life will start to make sense in ways they never did before. You are not behind, you are not cursed, you are not forgotten. You are in the exact place you need to be, reading the exact words heaven knew would find you. And if you've been asking, God, just give me a sign, this is it. Archangel Michael himself was sent to deliver it. You see, Michael didn't just come to warn you. He came to awaken you because something inside of you was starting to sleep. Not your body, not your mind, but your purpose. And heaven can't let that happen. Not now, not when the timing is so delicate. Not when there are souls waiting on the other side of your obedience. Yes, souls, because you're not just being blessed for you. You're being positioned to break a chain that's been running through your family for generations. You were not supposed to know this, but they decided it was time you did. There's someone watching you in the spirit right now. Someone you lost. They're not far. They've been closer than you think. You may have felt them in quiet moments, when a breeze touched your face without warning, or when a random song made your heart break for no reason. That's how they've been speaking to you. Through feelings, through nudges, and tonight through this message, because the courier isn't just carrying a message. He's carrying a memory, one you buried, one that still lives in the eyes of God. Michael says this isn't a punishment, this is a rescue. Heaven doesn't just show up when you're perfect. Heaven shows up when you're drowning in silence, when the world keeps asking you to smile, but your soul is screaming behind the mask. That's when angels move. That's when Archangel Michael takes his sword of light and cuts through the noise to say, You matter right now, not tomorrow now. And if you think this message is just beautiful words, pause, breathe, reflect, because something is going to confirm this in your life. A call, a dream, a name, a detail that's too specific to be random. It'll happen. It always does when Michael is involved because he doesn't speak to impress. He speaks to deliver. The secret courier isn't here to bring something to your house made of stone and walls. He's bringing it to the house that is your soul, that is your temple. And when he steps in, what has been stuck will move. What was lost will return. What was dead will breathe again. Michael says you've already seen signs, but you called them coincidences. Stop doing that. There was a night you couldn't sleep. You got up. You looked at your phone, and there it was. A message, a number, an image, something small, but it grabbed you. That was part of the sequence. Heaven has been testing your awareness, gently waking you with hints, and now, today is the full knock. Do not miss this. You've prayed for healing, and it's coming, but it won't come how you expect. It's not through a person, it's not through a place. It's through revelation, a sudden divine understanding of why things happened the way they did, why they had to leave, why you felt abandoned, why your path twisted and broke so many times. It was never punishment. It was preparation, and the Courier is bringing clarity, the kind that ends years of confusion in a single breath. Heaven wants to show you something you can't see with human eyes, but to receive it, you have to stay open. The energy of this moment is delicate. If you scoff or scroll away, you'll close the door, but if you sit with it, even if you don't understand it all, the light will enter slowly, gently, powerfully. Right now, angels are watching how you respond. They're looking for your willingness, not your perfection. They're waiting to see if you recognize the divine appointment in front of you. You've skipped so many signs before, but something tells me not this one, not today. Because the ache in your chest as you read this, that's not fear. That's your soul remembering something you've forgotten. And if you're asking why now, here's why. Because heaven finally got clearance, because your name came up in the spirit, because something tried to block you and God said, enough. Because someone who loves you, someone you might have given up on, begged for your freedom. And God listened, and Michael moved, and the Courier was sent. The next few hours are important. There will be a moment today where something odd happens. A delay, a strange message, a conversation that leaves you thinking, wait, what was that? Don't brush it off. It's part of the delivery. The angel doesn't always appear with wings. Sometimes he comes in disguise. Sometimes he looks like a choice, a closed door, a new name in your inbox. Michael says you have to move with trust, not proof. The evidence will come after you obey. That's how faith works. That's how miracles happen. If God gave you everything up front, it wouldn't be faith. It would be certainty. And faith is the currency of heaven. It's the key that unlocks the thing you've been begging for in secret. Tonight, your sleep may feel different. You may feel like someone is near your bed. Don't be afraid. That's just the atmosphere changing, the veil thinning, the presence of angels weaving through your space. You are not alone. You never were. But now you'll feel it more because the divine is getting louder. The whisper is becoming a voice, and the voice is calling your name. He called your name last night. You didn't hear it with your ears, but heaven did. You were half asleep, almost drifting into dreams, when a pulse of warmth moved through your chest. That was not random. That was the moment. That was when Michael leaned down, placed a light near your name, and whispered, "They are ready." And heaven responded. The message was sealed. The courier was sent. Now you're wondering, but why me? Because you carry something rare, a light that darkness tried to bury. You've always felt it, haven't you? That quiet knowing that you were meant for something more than this world's chaos. You were born with a different kind of soul. You never quite fit in, and that was never a mistake. It was a signal, the signal that you were chosen for something heaven couldn't trust to just anyone. And now the time has come to wake it up. This isn't a message for the casual listener. This is for the soul that has been aching quietly. This is for the one who looks strong on the outside but has been weeping in silence when no one is looking. Michael sees that. God sees that. They see you, and they are tired of watching you live halfway alive. That's why today had to happen. That's why this had to reach you before midnight. Something is coming that will interrupt your normal in a good way, in a holy way. You won't be the same after this week if you open the door, if you receive what's being sent. The angel doesn't force his way in. But if you even whisper yes in your spirit right now, the door will crack open, and what's on the other side will make your heart feel full in ways you forgot were possible. Michael says, it's not about what you're doing, it's about who you are. You've spent so much time trying to fix everything around you, trying to be enough for people who couldn't see your value, trying to get it all right so maybe, finally, peace would come. But peace doesn't come from fixing. Peace comes from receiving. And the courier isn't coming to deliver an answer. He's coming to awaken the peace you forgot was inside you. Someone in heaven said your name like a song. A mother, a grandfather, a child. Someone whose face is blurry in your memory now, but they remember everything about you. They sent this. They said, give them another chance to see. And this is that chance. There's a door in the spirit realm. It's opening slowly. You might even feel it, a gentle pressure near your back, a tingling on your arms, a flicker in your lights. That's not your imagination, that's the shift. The courier is almost there. Do not second guess it. This moment is sacred. Everything else can wait. You've been carrying burdens that were never yours, expectations that came from fear, not from God. Michael wants you to release them now, all of them, because what's coming in their place is peace, restoration, and something else, something you won't expect. A letter from heaven is being handed over to you in the spirit, and when you open it, the first line will be your name. The second line will be something no one else knows you needed to hear. It will be specific, personal, intimate, divine. Watch for it. It could come in the words of a stranger, in a dream that feels more like a memory than fiction, in a moment of stillness where you suddenly understand something you never did before. That's the delivery. Michael says, be alert. Your spirit already knows what to do. You don't have to chase signs, you just have to pay attention. You've asked for proof. God is sending patterns. You've asked for a door. God is sending a knock. You've asked for help. God is sending angels disguised as people. Pay attention to the person who smiles at you today, the one who says something that sounds like an answer to a question you never spoke out loud. These are not accidents. These are coded messages. Every miracle comes quietly at first. You're not just stepping into a blessing. You're stepping into a timeline that was delayed, blocked, sabotaged, and now it's being reopened. Yes, you were supposed to walk through this door years ago, but life happened, pain happened, and heaven understood, so they paused it. And now the time is right. Listen, you are not too late. You are right on divine time. And if the fear creeps in, what if I miss it again? Just breathe, because Michael says this with all the authority of heaven. You will not miss what was written with your name in fire. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. The hidden truth about why some prayers get answered and others don't. Let's be real for a second. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to get their prayers answered almost instantly, while others pray for years and feel like they're talking to a wall? If you've ever felt like the heavens are silent when you need them most, you're not alone. But here's the thing, it's not your fault. I just learned something that blew my mind, and it might explain everything. Centuries ago, a group of monks discovered something incredible. They found out that prayers need to resonate at a very specific frequency to be heard by divine messengers. Think of it like trying to tune into a radio station. If you're not on the exact frequency, all you get is static. Turns out, most prayers never even reach their destination. But here's the good news. Those monks didn't just sit on this knowledge. They figured out how to tune their prayers to the right frequency. And now, thanks to modern science, you can do the same thing. This short video explains how it works and why it's changing lives. People are saying their prayers are being answered faster than they ever thought possible. You can check it out here. If you've ever felt spiritually stuck, this might be the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret. Take a few minutes to watch. I promise it's worth it. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. You've been chosen not because you're the strongest, but because you're the most willing, and that's all God ever needed. A willing soul, one that can still be soft even after all the heartbreak, one that still hopes even when the world laughs at them for it, one that still believes in love, in healing, in light. That's who you are, and that's why this message found you. Michael is still here, even now as you read this line. His presence surrounds you, not like the wind or some faraway light, but like a shield, like something you've always had but never knew how to name. That's because Michael doesn't just speak. He watches, he protects, he defends. There have been countless times he stood between you and the thing that would have destroyed you. You never saw him, but he was there. The car that almost hit you but didn't. The call that didn't come that night. The door that closed even though you begged for it to stay open. Those were not punishments. They were divine redirections, because heaven sees the whole map. And you were never left to wander without help. And now that help is coming in a way you can't ignore. It will start with something small, a name you haven't heard in years, a location that keeps showing up on billboards, in dreams, in random conversations, a repeated number, a scent that fills your room when there's no source. These are signs, and Michael is asking you to stop dismissing them, because the moment you recognize the signs is the moment the message becomes yours. Let me speak directly to your heart. You were never supposed to carry this pain alone. I know you've smiled while your heart shattered. I know you've told others I'm okay, just to keep them from worrying, but heaven wasn't fooled. They heard the tears you cried when no one else did, and those tears, they were collected, every one of them, stored in heaven's sacred places. They are not forgotten, and neither are you. Michael says, "You think no one sees you, but I've been watching you for years." Every time you helped someone while your own soul was tired, we saw that. Every time you forgave when you were bleeding inside, we saw that too. Heaven rewards what others overlook. And your reward, it's not just peace, it's restoration. That means everything the enemy tried to steal, your confidence, your sleep, your faith, your fire. God is about to give it back, but better, new, reborn through wisdom, washed in grace. You won't be the same. You're not meant to be the same. That's why it's felt so uncomfortable lately, because the old you can't follow where you're about to go. Even your body has felt it. The fatigue, the sudden heart shifts, the strange bursts of energy followed by complete exhaustion. These aren't random. These are birth pains. You are stepping into a version of yourself that was buried under years of survival, and now heaven is uncovering it. Right now, something is being broken off you in the spiritual realm. You may not see it, but you'll feel it. A lightness, a tingling in your fingertips, a warm peace resting on your shoulders. That's the weight lifting. That's the old fear, the generational weight, the invisible chains being cut. Michael says, "You are no longer bound. I fought for you and you won." Let that truth hit you. You didn't lose. You survived, and now you're rising. So if you've ever doubted yourself, if you've ever wondered, is this all there is? The answer is no. There is more. There's a version of you that still dances in the spirit. There's a version of you that still believes miracles are possible. That version is being restored today. This is not just about signs and angels. This is about truth, real truth, the kind that shatters illusions, the kind that cuts through the lies you've believed. You are not weak. You are not too late. You are not forgotten. You are a miracle that's still unfolding. And this message is your confirmation. Take a moment. Close your eyes. Put your hand on your chest. Whisper, "I receive." And if this message is still speaking to your soul, subscribe now. You weren't meant to hear half of this. Heaven made sure it reached you. You are part of something bigger. This message is your invitation. You see, heaven didn't just send Michael for you to feel good. Heaven sent Michael because something is shifting in the timeline. What was once delayed is being accelerated. A connection is being made. An answer is arriving. A spiritual document is being signed on your behalf in heaven. And once it's sealed, no human hand can break it. You may not understand every word, and that's okay. Faith begins where understanding ends. Right now, all you need to do is stay open. Keep watching, keep listening, because the next 3 days will carry signs, one after the other, and they will all lead to one undeniable truth. Heaven is closer than you think. Tonight, before you sleep, you'll feel it again. That presence, that warmth, the sense that someone is standing near you while the world is silent. Don't fear it. That's Michael keeping his word. That's the courier finishing the delivery, because the door has already opened, the light has already entered, and now the rest is up to you. The door has opened and yes, you have stepped into it just by receiving this message. The moment your eyes touched these words, the atmosphere around your soul began to shift. Can you feel it now? That quiet softness wrapping around your spirit. That isn't imagination. That is presence, that is heaven, that is the Holy Spirit descending quietly, like early morning light through your window, without sound but with power. Michael says the hardest part is over. Now comes the return. What return, you ask? The return of peace, the return of the real you, the return of everything that was taken, broken, or slowly drained out of you. Your laughter is coming back, your sleep, your clarity, the glow you once had as a child, the one that faded slowly because of pain. It's returning in full. You are not too old. You are not too tired. God restores completely, and Michael has come to begin that process right now. There are things you buried, gifts, ideas, dreams, memories, and heaven never forgot them. They were never thrown away. They were placed in safekeeping. And now the courier is returning them to your spirit one by one. You may notice flashes of inspiration over the next few days, sudden motivation, random joy. That is your spirit remembering who you were before the world made you forget. Someone is being healed just by reading this. Not metaphorically, but truly. A tension in the chest, a pain behind the eyes, a weight in the back that made sleep difficult. Feel that it's lifting. It's not gone because of these words. It's gone because faith has entered, and faith is the one thing darkness cannot stand against. When faith awakens, healing follows. Michael says, you've waited long enough. Heaven is saying yes. And there it is, the word you've been hoping for quietly in your heart. Yes. Yes to your breakthrough. Yes to that next step. Yes to the thing you've been too afraid to ask for because you didn't think you deserved it. But heaven never needed you to be perfect. Heaven needed you to be open. And look at you, you're still here, still fighting, still hoping. That's all God ever needed to send the light. The courier is almost done now. He's handed the scroll to your soul. He's lit the flame within you. Don't have to do anything to earn it. Just live into it. Be aware, stay soft, and know that heaven is backing you from here on out. Some of you will receive messages in your sleep tonight. Visions, dreams, names. Don't dismiss them. Write them down. It will be God speaking directly to you in the only language your soul cannot ignore. Silence, sacred silence filled with light, and others will see small miracles begin. The person you haven't heard from will call. The door you thought was shut forever will crack open. The job, the opportunity, the long-awaited apology. It's all being aligned now, not because you begged, but because heaven said they are ready. You've passed the test, not because you got it all right, but because you never quit. And Michael wants you to hear this clearly. The punishment you feared is not coming. Only favor, only divine grace, only love. Let your heart breathe now. Let the pressure release. Everything that tried to crush you is now being crushed under the weight of God's love for you. The people who lied on you, they will fade. The guilt you carried, it will break. The cycle that kept repeating, it is finished. Archangel Michael has drawn a line in the spirit, and nothing from your past is allowed to cross it. Tonight, the veil will feel thinner, the room will feel sacred. You might even feel a wind move when no doors are open. Don't panic. That's the evidence, that's the presence, that's how you know this was real. You are being reintroduced to the version of yourself heaven always saw. Stronger, brighter, untouchable in the spirit, a warrior cloaked in grace. And now a final instruction. Let go of what you thought you needed. Release what didn't stay. Stop reopening doors God already locked. The courier didn't bring the past back. He brought the future. A future shaped by obedience, not trauma. A future lit by love, not fear. A future wrapped in divine alignment. If you feel peace right now, that's not a coincidence. That's the beginning. That's the evidence that heaven touched this moment. You were supposed to skip this. You always do. But this time you didn't. This time you listened. This time you opened. And because of that, Archangel Michael says this to you with fire in his voice and love in his wings. It is done. It is sealed. And from this moment forward, you will not walk alone again. Amen. And now breathe. Really let your shoulders fall. Close your eyes. Feel the truth that just moved through your spirit. You didn't imagine that. You didn't make it up. That moment you just felt, the one where your heart swelled and your eyes watered, that was God touching you through a message made just for you. This isn't just spiritual poetry. This was heaven interrupting your timeline. Michael didn't come just to deliver a message. He came to transfer authority back to you. Somewhere along the way, you gave your power away to fear, to shame, to regret. But heaven is restoring it right now, quietly, without lightning or thunder, just a peaceful presence saying, "Take it back. It was always yours." The next time someone underestimates you, smile, because they have no idea who just walked into your life. The next time a door closes, bless it, because you now know that the courier only delivers to open spirits, not locked rooms. The next time you feel like crying, let it flow. That's how the soul detoxes. That's how old spiritual dust gets washed out with tears. You no longer have to hide. Michael says, "You've done enough hiding. Step forward now." And you will, but not in fear, not in confusion, not in desperation. You'll step into this next chapter with a glow, a deep-rooted, quiet knowing that heaven walks with you, that angels are assigned to you, that your name is spoken in places your feet haven't reached yet. You may not see it all at once, but every single day after this message, something will shift, one small thing at a time. A breath that feels easier, a conversation that gives you peace, a sign that makes your heart beat faster. That's how divine movement works, soft but undeniable. And when doubt creeps back in because it will try, just remember this moment. Remember how you felt right now. Remember how you were called by name, not by accident. If you've been waiting for permission to believe again, this is it. If you've been begging God for a sign, this is it. If you've been tired of feeling forgotten, this is the proof that you never were. Michael has completed his task. The message has been delivered. The divine courier has stepped into your space, and now the miracle begins. Say this out loud, softly, wherever you are. I receive, I allow, I trust. I am no longer waiting. I am walking in it. This isn't the end. It's the unveiling. You'll begin to notice things now. Feathers in strange places, clock times like 3:33, words in music that feel eerily personal. You'll feel watched, not in fear but in love. You'll have moments where you suddenly feel like crying without reason. That's your soul adjusting to the new frequency. That's the old pain being evicted. Heaven has invaded your atmosphere. Michael's wings have left residue in your room. And your spirit, oh, your beautiful, brave spirit, has remembered who it is. There is only one final instruction left. Live like you've already received it. Don't wait for the miracle. Become the space where miracles dwell. Smile for no reason. Laugh in rooms that once held your grief. Speak life over people who tried to dim your light. And walk with a strange, holy confidence, because heaven will now follow you everywhere you go. This message wasn't just meant to inspire, it was meant to activate. You've just been called. And when heaven calls, it doesn't call to entertain, it calls to awaken. So if your heart is still beating faster than usual, that's confirmation. If your skin feels electric, that's confirmation. If you've cried at any point while reading this, that's not weakness, that's rebirth. And Michael smiles as he says one last time, not with words but through the quiet language of the Spirit, I found you. You opened it, and now everything changes. Amen. You're still here, aren't you? That means your spirit hasn't finished drinking in what was meant for you, and that's okay. Take your time. Messages from heaven don't expire, they echo. They unfold slowly, like the sunrise, not all at once, but gently enough for your heart to adjust. Michael is watching over you right now, not from a distance, but up close. So close, in fact, that if you sat still right now, you might feel the temperature shift slightly. That's how you know. That's how angels move. No flash, no chaos, just a shift in the atmosphere that feels like peace whispered into the bones. And the peace that's entering now, it's not ordinary, it's not momentary, it's divine. It's the kind of peace that doesn't make sense to the world, the kind that stays even when circumstances don't change right away. The kind that tells your nervous system, you're safe now. Really safe. You've done enough running. You've done enough overthinking. You've done enough pretending you don't need help. That season is over. Michael says you don't have to fight this one. Heaven is fighting for you now. This is where your striving ends. This is where surrender begins. Not a surrender of giving up, but of giving over, handing over the heaviness, letting go of what wasn't yours to carry in the first place, and finally trusting that heaven is not a concept. It's a reality that has just stepped into your space because your soul whispered, "Please come find me." And heaven did. The truth is, you were never hard to find, you just hid too well. But God knows every layer of you, even the parts you hide from yourself. And those are the parts being healed now. The unspoken fears, the secret losses, the grief you never had time to feel. One by one, it's all being seen, not judged, just held, loved, restored. You may feel tired now. That's okay. It's holy fatigue, the kind that comes after a long spiritual battle, the kind that means a shift has truly taken place. Let yourself rest. Angels work while you sleep, and tonight, you won't be sleeping alone. Michael says, I will stand beside your bed. I will guard your doorway. I will whisper peace over your mind because you said yes. And heaven never forgets a yes. Your yes did something in the spirit realm. It gave God permission to move. It unlocked blessings that were waiting in stillness. You don't even know the magnitude of what your yes just set in motion, but you will. You'll start to notice synchronicities, unexplainable grace, people returning, others leaving quietly, plans changing, hearts softening, doors opening that shouldn't open. It will feel strange at first, like a dream you don't remember waking up from, but it's not a dream. It's divine reality adjusting itself to match your new spiritual vibration. Because when you accept a divine message, your whole timeline bends. You're not walking into the same future anymore. You've stepped into alignment. And that's why Archangel Michael will not leave your side in the days ahead. You've been reassigned, promoted spiritually, And now heaven must protect that assignment at all costs. So if you feel resistance, don't panic. It's just the old patterns trying to cling to you as you rise. Let them fall. Let them fade. You don't belong to the past anymore. You belong to the light, and from now on, the light will never forget your name. So go, not in fear but in assurance. Go knowing that this moment wasn't an accident. Go knowing that you've just walked through a doorway that cannot be closed. And go knowing that if your soul ever begins to forget again, Archangel Michael will find you. Because once heaven chooses you, it doesn't unchoose you. Once heaven marks you, you are never lost again. So rest, beloved, breathe, and let your next breath be your first breath in the new chapter. Michael is smiling, the courier is departing, the scroll is in your spirit, the message is sealed, and heaven is with you. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. Listen to this 1-minute prayer to manifest. This prayer blesses you to receive divine gifts. This 1-minute prayer from biblical times manifests wealth and abundance into your life. If you're a spiritual person, an empath looking to better the world and yourself, then this will be the most important message you read all day. Because once you hear this divine prayer, you will finally break the curse of poverty and restore your connection with the universe, allowing you to ask, manifest, and receive an abundance of blessings. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret of listening to the 1-minute prayer now. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. Always. Amen.